Hi, this is my project on the school days of an Indian girl. The themes emphasized in the school days of an Indian girl are racism, separation, and prejudice. Chitkala details her experience of being forcibly separated from her family. As she was forced to adopt Western ideologies from a school instituted by Americans, Chitkala's story details the prejudice, discrimination, and exploitations that she endured as a child, being forced to abandon her heritage. One of the major themes emphasized in the story is racism and ignorance. While Chitkala was on the train, she states that she had received looks by prejudice. She shows the way the public perceives Native Americans as they are viewed as outsiders. Zicala stated that white-faced children pointed at her moccasin feet. Moccasin is a flat shoe that Native Americans wore. Thus, pointing the moccasin feet means the kids do not respect a different culture and ignore it. Furthermore, even others did not stop children from the rude behavior but draw more attention from them. Zicala shows that the ignorance and prejudice towards the Native Americans was rampant. The second theme emphasized in the story is family and separation. While the missionaries supposedly separated the Chicala and other bronze children from their families to provide them proper education, they did not care for the separation anxiety the children would experience due to the sudden separation. In addition to the discomfort Chicala experiences in her new environment, she experiences anxiety from separation from mother as evident as she constantly states that she wants her mother and aunt. Essentially, the forced separation is an act of imperialism in which children were stripped from their families in order for them to conduct accordingly with Western culture. Lastly, the theme of cultural imperialism is emphasized in Zicala's story. Cultural imperialism is forcing the culture of one country on another by force or other means. This is shown on the school days of an Indian girl. The pale-faces do not respect culture of Native Americans but impose the new culture. For example, they force Chicala to change her hair and practices. Chicala and the Native Americans have to follow the rules that pale-faces set. Chicala stated she has suffered extreme indignities. This is due to the cultural coercion. She lost her spirit, culture, and her family. Chicala describes how people exploited her values and how the Native Americans endured the cultural imperialism. The YouTube video that details the discrimination that occurred at Wolf Point High School, a high school located in Fort Peck Indian Reservation, demonstrates how prejudice continues in the modern era. From the underfunding of the school to the use of racial language by the basketball coach, prejudice against Native Americans continue to this day. As citizens of the United States, Native Americans should be given the same opportunities as other students to succeed in academics and in their respective pursuits. Thus, such racial disparity in an education setting is intolerable. Thank you for listening to my presentation.